to your Hatha practice. My name is Angie, and today we'll need the following props. Bolster or pillow, something cozy, a blanket, a spinal strip if you've got one. If you don't have a spinal strip, you can use a rolled up yoga mat if you have an extra, or when we get to this part, you can roll up your own. And we'll also be using a yoga strap, but you could use a bathrobe tie or belt instead. So let's begin by coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly. And at this point you can use your pillow or your bolster behind your back. If you lay that down and just sit your bum next to the bolster, laying back. Soles of your feet together and your knees wide. You're also welcome to bring some support underneath your knees if you've got some blocks or some blankets kind of rolled and tucked underneath. If you're working with no props, feel free to just be flat on your mat at this point. Now start to feel your body on your mat. Feel the points where your body touches the ground. Starting at your feet, to your bum, up your back, shoulders, arms, hands, head. Then bringing your attention to your breath, just start to feel your belly moving with your breath. And at this point, you can even take your hands to your belly. Notice if you have any tension in your belly. And if you notice any tension, just try to relax, let go of the contraction, the tension, to get the maximum movement of breath. And the movement doesn't come from you pressing or pushing your air, but it comes from the opposite, from relaxing your muscles to just allow the space of the breath to come into your body. Sending your breath into the ribs. Take your hands down to your pelvis in like a diamond shape. So your fingers are towards your pubic bone and the heels of your hands are on either side of your pelvis. Start to draw your breath down into your pelvis, relaxing your pelvic floor. Entire breath together. You can bring your hands back to the floor. Breathing into your pelvis, belly, ribs. Exhaling ribs, belly, pelvis. Inhale, pelvis, belly, ribs. Exhale, ribs, belly, pelvis. One more breath. And gently bring your hands to your thighs, draw your knees together, and take out any props that were underneath you, supporting you. Draw your knees to your chest, and then keeping a hold of the right knee, send the left leg down your mat. can take your right knee out to the side. And back to center. And keeping a hold of your right knee with your left hand, take the right hand out to the side, and then cross your leg over your body into a gentle supine twist. And you can take your gaze towards your fingertips on the right side. Let your shoulders be heavy on the ground. Come back to center. And then draw your left knee into your chest. Take the right leg down your body or down your mat. Gentle squeeze in towards your chest and towards the armpit. And then keeping your right hand on your thigh, left hand comes out to the side, supine twist. Take your gaze over your left fingertips. Come back to center, both knees into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze and begin to rock and roll up your mat. Crossing your legs at the front, tabletop position. Begin your cat-cow. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale to drop your belly and look up. And exhale to tuck your tail and arch your spine. Inhale and exhale. Let's go for about 3 more cycles. Back to neutral position. Take your right leg back, foot can stay on the ground or you can lift it up to shoulder height, and then option to lift the opposite arm up to shoulder height. Take a breath in. Exhale down. Lift the left leg back, toes on the ground or up at hip height. Option to lift the opposite arm. Breath in. Exhale, bring it down. Let's move with our breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Now as you're moving, see if you can keep your spine in a neutral position. And just moving from your shoulders and from your hip, legs and arms. And just using your core to hold your spine neutral. Now this doesn't mean to brace or to bear down and grip with all your might. You want to find a nice balance of where you're not trying really hard, but it's not really easy. It's a balance of effort and ease. Well, let's finish up last side. Back to table, curl your toes under. Lift your knees, take it back to downward facing dog. And just start to pedal your dog, lifting one heel, bending through the knee, and pressing down through the opposite heel. And then both heels will come down to the ground. They don't have to touch, but they are pressing down through the back of the legs, through the heels. Feel your hands on your mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide, pressing down through the index finger and thumb, and then all of the fingertips. So you can really feel the connection of your hands with the ground. Spread your toes, lift them up, spread them wide, and then press them back down, feeling the balls of your feet and each little toe pad pressing into the ground. Let's take 2 breaths here. Keep your attention there in your hands and your feet. Grounding down. And now start to walk your feet up to your hands, up to the top of your mat. Come into a halfway lift, hands onto your shins, flat back, and then rise all the way up to stand. Big breath in. Reach out, look up, and bow forward, exhale out. Halfway lift, flat back, fold down, and rise all the way up again. Big breath in. And bow forward, exhale out. Bend your knees as you fold down. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the mat. Step yourself back into a plank. You can be in a high plank, or knees up or knees down. Press through your heels as if they're on the back wall, pressing against the wall. Shoulders are right over your wrists. Feel again your hands spread wide and the balls of your feet and your toes on the mat. 2 breaths. Knees up or down. Come to the tips of your toes and then lower yourself down to your. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat and gently lift your chest up, drawing your collarbones wide. Engaging your quads so you feel your kneecaps lift up. Gentle pressure in your hands. Take a breath. And lower down. Press down through your hands, come back up through table, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's move with our breath. Inhale forward, high plank. Exhale down all the way or halfway for chaturanga. Inhale for a cobra or upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's take one more breath here. Forward, high plank, lowering to the mat, cobra or upward facing, and downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. Come into a halfway lift, flat spine, fold, and rise all the way up to stand. Reaching up. Grab onto your right wrist and side bend over towards the left. Keep your feet grounded and rooted into the mat. So you can feel even weight between both. Come back over to center. Switch wrists, side bend over towards the right. Feeling both feet connected. And back up to center. Let's release our arms, take them behind your back, interlace your fingers, and lift up through the chest. Breathe into your ribs, breathe into your belly, and into your pelvis. Release your hands. Tadasana at the top of your mat. So you can bring your feet hip width apart or together, whatever is kind of comfortable for you. Feeling both feet into your mat. The big toe mound, the baby toe mound, and the heel of both feet. Notice if you have even balance between your feet. You can close your eyes or use drishti here, looking forward on the wall. Notice if you have even weight within each foot. Are you rocked forward or back? Or weighted forward or back into the toes or the heels? Or side to side? And just see if you can kind of center your balance here with weight even into both feet. And start to move into chair. So bending through hips, knees, and ankles will come up or down and come up. So moving about 3 more times. Option to bring your arms straight out in front of you, or cactus, or arms up overhead. And on the third one, we're going to hold here in chair. Bring your hands to the outer thighs and press your hands into thighs, thighs into hands. So you can really start to feel the outside of your thighs and your bum. Keep the weight even in your feet. Big toe mound, baby toe mound, and heel. Press down now through the right foot, or pressing and taking weight out of the left. You can bring your hands to the top of your pelvis and then step your leg back. Come into a crescent lunge. So coming high on the ball of the back foot and scissoring your legs together. Arms can come up to cactus or up overhead. Stay grounded through the front foot and the back foot. You're feeling the ball of the back foot and the toes. And then scissoring your legs together for that stability, the strength, the lift. Take your hands to heart center and then twist towards the right side. Feeling your obliques here. You can stay with your hands at heart center or reach your arms out into a T or bind. Last breath. Come back to center. Take your hands down to your pelvis. We're going to start to hinge forward, pressing down through the right foot, getting light through the back foot until you can lift up into an airplane. So pressing through the back foot. Your leg doesn't have to lift. You can keep it tapped back here. If you feel more stable and strong here, definitely keep your foot down. Just kind of working to what you're feeling today, how your body's responding. Balance, effort, knees. 2 more breaths here. Lift up through the collarbones, shoulder blades draw together. Last breath. And both feet come together or apart at the top of the mat into chair, and then back up. Take a breath. Feel both feet. Chair pose. Hands to the outer thighs, press hands into thighs, thighs into hands, feel the bum. Press down through the left foot, getting light through the right, and then step it back, crescent lunge. Taking whatever arm position works for you. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Take your hands to heart center, twist towards the left. You really want to feel the outer side of your abdomen doing the work in this twist. Relax your shoulders as much as you can, and if you want, you can add arms, T, or bind. 2 more breaths. And come back to center. Hands down to your pelvis. Start to hinge at the left hip, pressing into your left foot until you can feel the right get really light, lifting it up into airplane. Really good, yeah. Stay with it. Don't worry if you fall down or have to tap down. Just come right back into it. Don't give up. Last breath. Hinging forward, coming back into the chair at the top of your mat. One breath here. And rise all the way back up, Tadasana. Both feet even on the mat, eyes open or closed. Notice what you notice. Anything shifted in your body, shifted in your mind. Come back to chair. Press down through the right foot. We're getting light through the left. Hands out by the side, or you can have them on the pelvis. And step the left foot back. Crescent lunge. Opening to warrior two. So taking your legs hip width apart or wider. So you can have a smaller warrior two here, wider. Where you are depends on what you're feeling in your body. If you're getting any pain through the SI or sacrum, or you've got instability there, then take your legs closer together. So the right leg is externally rotated. Pelvis is even with the ground. So you can bring your hands on top of the pelvis and kind of check it out. Back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Front knee is bent. Arms can come out into a T. Your drishti, or your gaze or focus, is over your middle finger. Now feel both feet land on your mat. One more breath. Bring your hands down to your hip. Start to rock your pelvis. So you're dipping the pelvis forward over your leg bone. You can just do this a couple times to find that movement. And it's more in the hip here and less in the spine, like a side bend like this. We want to find it here. And once you've got it, we'll come into extended side angle. So dipping down, you can bring your hand to the inner thigh and top arm up. 3 breaths here. Stay grounded through both feet. So you're feeling the front foot, back foot. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Come on up. Turn the right leg in. Turn the left leg out. Warrior two to face the back of your mat. Pelvis is level to the ground. Pressing down through the baby toe edge of the back foot, drawing it towards your center, and then arms into a T. 3 breaths here. Take your hands down to your pelvis, to the hip, and find that movement of your pelvis over the left leg bone. Extended side angle. Drawing your arm to the thigh, and top arm can come up here. 3 big breaths. Stay with your feet grounded. Big toe mound, baby toe mound, and heel evenly pressing down. Come on up. Turn both feet in. So you're in a wide stance. Now externally rotate both leg bones in the hip sockets. Feeling again the connection of your feet, even on the mat, start to come down and up into your goddess squat. We'll go about 3 times. I want you to stay in your legs. So feel the work in your legs, your bum. Upper body is relatively quiet, no work in the back. Let's hold our goddess. We're just going to pulse here. Arms can come up into goddess arms. Two more breaths. You can close your eyes or focus drishti. Feet even on the mat. come on up. Straighten the legs, take a breath. And let it go. Turn your toes in. Coming back to that crescent lunge to face the front. And we'll step all the way back up to the top of the mat. So pressing into the right foot, getting light through the left. And up to the top of the mat. Chair. 2 breaths. And release. Come on up. Tadasana. Breath in. Take your arms out into a T. Or actually into cactus. And then we're going to face the palms to the ground. And this is an eagle prep. So you're going to come forward. Elbows are coming towards each other. Elbows coming back. But as you move, you're not pushing through your ribs like this. You're neutral through the spine. And just really moving and focusing on the shoulders and the arm movement. As you come forward, cross your elbows. And change which one comes on top, which one's on the bottom. Eagle. Let's take the right arm under left. Either crossing here, if it's easy to do so. If it's not, you can grab opposite shoulders or even opposite elbows. So here, eagle, coming back down here or here. Coming down into chair. Lift your right leg up, so pressing into the left foot, and just gently cross it over your knees with a kickstand or wrapped around your shin. Let's take 2 breaths here. Nice. Take your drishti on the wall ahead of you. Just focusing your eyes really helps to focus with the balance and focus of the mind. Let's release. Opposite side, left arm under right, chair, left leg over right, drishti, forward, and release, both feet back onto the mat, Tadasana. Take your feet to the edges of your mat. Externally rotated leg bones. And then come into Malasana. We're coming down into our squat. Arm bones can come inside our thighs. Feel your feet. Big toe mound, baby toe mound in the heel, staying grounded. And bring your hands down behind you, taking your bum down to the mat, and slowly lowering yourself down onto your mat. Keep your feet on the mat with your knees up. Arms can come by your side. And just starting to lift up into a bridge pose. We're going to move 3 times with our breath. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. Feel your feet even on the mat. Feel your shoulders even on the mat. Your head. On your 3rd lift up, we'll option to hold. We're going to hold for 4 breaths. So you can tuck your arm bones if you like, doing the arm bind, or just leave them by your side. 3 more breaths. Stay in your feet, stay in your shoulders, your arms. Feel the strength and connection with the earth. Last breath. Lower down. Bring your feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana. Hand to the belly, hand to your chest, breathe. Breathing into pelvis, belly, ribs. Feel the soles of your feet, the pads of your feet touching side to side. Bring your hands to your knees, your thighs. We'll gently draw your knees towards your armpits. Happy baby, so you can keep the backs of your thighs here, drawing in. Or option to grab onto your shins or your feet. But whichever one you grab, just try to keep your tailbone on the ground. So if going to your feet causes your tailbone to lift up, then take it down a notch to here or here. Let's take 3 breaths. We're here. And releasing your legs, both feet back onto the mat. Lift your right leg up straight up towards the ceiling. And you're just going to externally rotate it here. So feeling, if you bring your hands into your hip, you can feel that movement right at the hip. And on the external rotation, cross your ankle over your thigh. And we're just going to move our knee away from us, so this way and then back. Just move it a few times there. And then thread the needle. Thread the needle can stay right just like this. You can also lift the left leg up or grab the underside of your thigh. And again, as you do this one, you still want to maintain your spine and tailbone on the ground. So rather than lifting up like this, you're somewhere here. 3 breaths. Take your gaze maybe up to the ceiling or eyes closed. Feeling your spine on your mat. And release. Let's switch sides. Left leg comes up. Externally rotate. On the external rotation, cross your ankle over thigh. And then moving your knee away from you and back. Thread the needle, staying here, or lifting up the leg, or grabbing the underside of your thigh. 3 breaths here. And release. Both feet back on the mat. And we'll lift the right leg up. Again, pressing your heel up towards the ceiling. So this is where the option of bringing in the strap comes in. And again, you don't really need it. You can just grab the back of your thigh if you want. But if you've got a strap, you take it to the ball of the foot, lifting it up. Left leg can stay here or lengthen it. And as you grab a strap, just draw your hands down it, elbows onto the ground. And press through your heel. Try to keep your knee right over your hip. You can also keep your knee bent. If it's feeling pretty intense, just bend your knee a little bit. Still keep it over the hip because it'll be easier to hold up. Take your leg out towards the right. You can bring your strap into one arm or keep it into both. Just try to keep your pelvis neutral on the ground. And come back up to center, and we'll go towards the center of the body or across. Keep pressing through your heel. Come back to center. And we'll switch sides. strap on to the left, straight up. And out to the side, pelvis neutral on the ground. Really good. Come back up to center and take it across your body. Couple more breaths here. And come back up to center. We'll take the leg or the strap off to the side. Bringing both knees back into your chest here. Little rock side to side. And we'll just rock ourselves up to seated. So at this point you can grab onto your spinal strip or onto your yoga mat that's rolled up, or roll your yoga mat. We're going to take the spinal strip or yoga mat to about across from where your bra strap is on your spine. If you're not wearing a bra strap, it's about where you'd wear a heart rate monitor or across from the end of your breastbone. So you'll lay it on the mat, and if you're using the spinal strip, it's just folded right in half, like that. And you'll just line it up in that spot on your spine. And then laying back, your head will rest on it, arms can come out to the side. Start with knees up, feet on the ground. Just take a couple breaths. And you can lengthen your legs at this time if it feels okay to do so. It does change the front line of your body though, so you may prefer knees up. Also, if you're getting any pulling through the neck or arms, then just come off of the spinal strip or rolled up mat and don't use it. Take your attention again to your breath. Moving your breath down into your pelvis, into your belly, and your ribs. Focus on letting go of any tension or contraction in these areas. As you let go of tension, your breath can move more easily, creating more space. And allowing you to come into that rest and relax part of your nervous system. And don't worry if it's been really challenging over the last week or so, or last few days. And if your mind continues to wander and it's very busy, just notice that it is, and that's completely okay. If you give yourself space, your body will appreciate it and won't fight back. So just when you notice you're distracted, just come back to your breath, come back to your physical body without any of the frustration. Let's take 5 more breaths here. See if you can keep your attention very closely on each breath. You can follow the rhythm, or just focus on one place in particular. And things will get easier. Just know it's not always going to be this way. Last breath. Keep your attention there. And just roll off to the side. You can take the spinal strip or mat away. And we'll come up, just flat on your back. Just take a nice couple deep breaths and bring your hands to your ribs, your belly. Connect with the space. Draw your knees into your chest. And then keeping hold of the right knee, send the left leg down the mat, supine twist. And just gently take it across your body. Let your, as you come into it, leg comes across, shoulders stay heavy on the ground. Breathe into the right side ribs. Come back to center. Take the left leg into your chest. Right leg comes down the mat. Arm out to the side. And leg across your body. And come back to center. Bring both knees in. Waterfall pose. So you can take your legs straight up. At home, if you've got a wall handy, or some of us don't have wall space at home, what I do is I just close the door and then I do legs up the door. So you can try that. It's super relaxing when you don't have to hold your legs up on your own. If you're in the living room too, you can just bring your legs up onto a couch and do legs up the couch. So pick one of those and we'll go in there for some time. If you're doing legs up the wall or door, your bum does not have to touch the wall. So you want to be in a comfortable position here where you don't have a lot of pressure in your back and not a really big, intense hamstring stretch. Come back to your breath. Breathing, pelvis, belly, ribs. And now bring your attention to your legs. And imagining your legs are like big telephone poles. And they are heavy. Your legs are heavy and sinking into your hip sockets. And your hip sockets are filled with mud. With literally sinking through the mud. Every exhale, your legs are going to get a little bit heavier. Five more breaths, and in these last few moments, keep your attention completely on your breath. And bring your knees down to your chest. Rolling off to the side, we're going to come right into Shavasana. Lay yourself out flat. Grab a blanket if you like. Bolster or pillow under the knees is really nice. Take a nice big breath in. Let it go. And if there's anything you can do to make yourself that like 10% more comfortable, go ahead and do it now. Get your blanket, get your pillow, eye mask, something over your eyes, turn the lights off, and just come back into it. Big breath. And come to a natural rhythm of your breath. And in the natural rhythm of your breath, notice the movement. Pelvis, belly, ribs. Feel your body heavy on your mat. Letting go of any tension, contraction. If your attention's wandered, just gently bring it back. Bring it back to your physical body, your breath. And take your attention now to your sense of hearing. And just taking in any sounds you hear right now. Just notice how you don't get to choose about what you hear, but that the sounds just enter into your awareness and then they leave.
Now take your attention to your field of view with your eyes closed. Just noticing that behind closed eyelids you have colors, you have shapes, there are textures, there's movement. There's an edge to your field of view. And slowly open your eyes. And without focusing on any one thing, just let your gaze be nice and broad. So you're taking in kind of everything right to the edge of your field of view. Noticing colors and shapes or movements or textures or depth. Close your eyes again. Take your attention to your breath and follow it very closely for 2 cycles. And slowly start to bring some movement into your body. Make your way onto your side into fetal pose, and we'll hold here for a couple of breaths. Make your way up to seated. We'll bring our hands to a heart center and Anjali Mudra. Just keep your gaze nice and soft or eyes closed. Breathe in. Let it go. Feel your sit bones. Feel your feet. Feel whatever is connected with the ground. Breathe again. As you exhale, sink into the ground. Let's do one more breath. Let it go. And the light in me acknowledges the light in each of you. Namaste. And thank you for joining me. I hope you feel more grounded, more rested, more calm, more peaceful. And I'll see you again soon. Take care and have a wonderful day.